Hello all. In this video, we will see the various software and hardware requirements for WebSphere application server 8.5. So this is particularly for 8.5 version. So again, there are different editions are available, just like 7.0 and in WebSphere application server 8.5 as well. So there are base network deployment, developers, Express, GOS application client for WebSphere application server, Hypervisor. So in this video, I will focus on network deployment as it is most popular compared to other editions. So let's take a look what are the system requirement for the WebSphere application server network deployment 8.5. So same like 7.0, the supported platforms are AX, HP, IBM, Linux, Solaris, Windows. So for each support platform, there are both 32-bit and 64-bit versions are available. So here, so there are different if different versions like there are additional requirements like Liberty profiles for LDAP servers. We have additional requirements, and if you want to look at for Linux, so let's click on the Linux operating system. So let's discuss the detailed system requirements for network deployment 8.5 version. So the current maintenance level is 8.5.0.2. So again, it's the same like Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 7. The supported operating systems are Asian Linux, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, SUSE Linux, and it start with version 5. So if you want to use this, if you want to work with the WebSphere application server 8.5, so you have to use Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 5. So that is the minimum requirement. So whereas 7.0 will also support on version Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 4. So here are the details about Linux operating system requirement, and let's go to the hardware requirements. So for disk space, we need minimum 128 MB free disk space for installation. So and compare that is for a server load balancer for IP4, load balancer for IPv6 IP. So we are not focusing on this. So we have to focus on this one, server with the WebSphere application server network deployment. So this is where like WebSphere application server network deployment, the minimum requirement is 2.0 GB. Okay, for web installation to 5 GB local installation of available disk space. So the total space, right? So we need for to copy the software, so at least we need 3 GB of space. So just to copy the software to the Linux machine. So and to install the product, so we need minimum 2 GB. So the total is if you have total 5 GB space, that should be fine to install the WebSphere application server network deployment 8.5.5. So the for if you go for let's discuss about memory. So for server, so we need the RAM, right? So let's discuss about this RAM. Like we need minimum 128 MB for that's for server application server. I would say again minimum we need 1 GB to 2 GB. So not less than that, because but this WebSphere application server has it will support a minimum 128 MB as well. So but always the greater amounts will it will give you the better performance. So this is all about like the hardware requirements for WebSphere application server network deployment. So let's talk about the software requirements. So if you go with the databases, right? So these are the databases you can configure with the WebSphere application server, like Apache Derby, DB2 Advanced Enterprise Server, and there are different types of DB2 versions are available. The other databases like and Informax, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle Database, Sybase database servers. And if you go to for the installation, okay, So for the installation, we need IBM Installation Manager. From 8.0 onwards, we have to use IBM Installation Manager to install the WebSphere application server product. So the current version, if you look at here, this is 1.8.6. Okay, the current version is 1.8.6, and you can install 8.5 using that installation manager. The first version is 1.5, so is required to install 8.5 version. And JDBC drivers, so it same like a databases, so we can use the same JDBC driver versions. And next talk about JMS providers, like you can configure WebSphere MQ software with the JMS providers within the WebSphere application server. And supported Linux LDAP servers are okay, lightweight directory access protocol. So you can use IBM Lotus Domino, IBM Security Directory Suite, IBM Security Directory Server, use Microsoft Active Directory Server, Novel eDirectories, and Java System Directory Server, Tivoli Directory Server. So you can use any of these LDAP server to configure the with the WebSphere application server. So supported web browsers, again Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, or we have to use that to launch any WebSphere application server consoles. And these are the supported web servers like Apache server, IBM Domino, IBM HTTP server, so Lotus Domino servers, and Microsoft Internet Information Services, and Java System Web Server. So they are the supported web server. So it's always good to know about what are the software and hardware requirement before working on any of the product, WebSphere application server product. And you can also download the requirement details, the PDF. You can also download those details. So make sure before you start installing the WebSphere application server product of any version, so first get the details about software requirement and hardware requirement, then proceed with the installation.